Hello, my name is Keshwani. It's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to improve our geometry skill. Today is our day number 13. Let's see what we have for today. Here's the problem that we have for today. We are given a right angle triangle right here. We are told that this is A degrees, this is B degrees, and then we're given another triangle here. It is C, D, and E. And the question simply is, this is problem number 5, question simply is, what is the average of A, B, C, D, and E? That's all. I want you to pause the video at this point after you take down the answer choices. 21, 45, 50, 52, and 54. I want you to pause the video at this point. I want you to solve the problem yourself first, and only when you have the answer to the problem, then and only then I want you to resume it. Don't keep watching it. Solve the thing yourself. Do whatever it is that you have to do, and then resume it. Resume the video. Come back to it once you have the answer. I'll give you a couple of seconds to pause and unpause. Very good. So what did we do? Well, if you're sitting there and asking yourself, well, how can I figure out the average of these three numbers? We know nothing about them. And how can we figure out the average of these two because we know nothing about them? Well, actually, there is a lot that we know about them. We know that a triangle makes 180 degrees. And in this triangle, this is a 90 degree. If this is a 90 degrees, then A and B, whatever they are, A and B, must equal to 90 because 90 plus 90 equals 180. That's the first thing we know. What do we know about this angle? We know that the sum of the angles in any triangle, let's make a note of it here, sum of the angles in any triangle equals 180 degrees. Why? Why does it equal to 180, the sum of the angles? Because that's just the way we define our universe. There is no reason for it. That's just the way we define our universe. Why does an hour have 60 minutes? Why does a foot have 3 feet? Why does a yard have 3 feet and not 4 feet or 5 feet? Well, that's just the way we define a yard. Well, I'm looking for a word here, and I don't know if I want to digress there or not. The word that I'm looking for is, I'm digressing here, I don't know why I have these urges to digress all the time, but it does not hurt to improve your vocabulary, as I've always said. The word was axiomatic. Axiomatic comes from the word axiom, which simply means something that is true by definition. Something that is true by definition is exactly what it says. It is true because this is how we define it. So a triangle is defined to be made up of 180 degrees. A circle is defined as 360 degrees, and so on and so forth. Learn this word properly. I don't want to brush it off just because I'm moving away from it. It's very important that you improve your vocabulary. I have this urge, I can feel it, I can have this urge coming there to break into a sermon. You're watching this video presumably because you're preparing for the SAT, GRE or GMAT. It doesn't matter which exam you're preparing for, or if you're not preparing for any exam at all, you're too young, you're watching it, doesn't matter. There are two parts that you have to master in these exams. There are two things they look for. They look for your mathematical ability, and they look for how well you know the English language. They want to assess the command of the English language that you have. The command of the English language that they're assessing, how well you know English language, the big chunk, the most important ingredient of that part of that exercise is your vocabulary. You will not get a decent score in SAT or GRE or GMAT if your vocabulary is not very good. So you must work on your vocabulary at the same time while you're working on your math skill. It's very important. I want you to go to day number 38. Just type in Keshwani Prep-vocab day 38 and learn the word properly. It is axiomatic. It is true by definition. I know I made a big fuss about nothing. Well, actually, it's not nothing. It's vocabulary. I mean, this part is what I meant by nothing. Everybody knows that, of course. It's a very simple concept, everybody knows it. The sum of the angles in any triangle is 180, and somebody asks you why, you simply tell them it's axiomatic. It's the axiom, that's how we defined it. That's what it is. So therefore C plus D plus E, C plus D plus E is 180 degrees. We are asked to find the average. How do you find the average? You add up all the numbers and divide by how many you have. So let's add up all the numbers. A plus B plus C plus D plus E. This is not a C, this is not another C, this is my parenthesis. C plus D plus E. A plus B we know is 90. And this part we know is 180. Therefore the sum of these 5 angles must equal 90 plus 180. Well, I know that 100 plus 180 is 280. If 100 plus 180 is 280, then 90 plus 180 must be 270. And question is, what is their average? So now we know the sum. How many do we have? We have 5 angles. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 4 and 5. 5 angles. So we take the sum, divide by the number of angles. This top part represents the sum of the degrees. Sum of the degrees of the 5 angles, which you can see is 270. We have 5 angles, divided by 5. Well, how many 5s? How many 5s in a 2? Well, there are no 5s in a 2. 2 goes there, joins this guy, becomes 27. How many 5s in a 27? 27 has 5 5s. Remaining 2 will go and join this guy, it becomes 20. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So the answer is 54. Other way we could have explained, do not reach for the calculator. I do not allow in my classes. If you want to be taught by me, in my classes when I'm teaching face-to-face, I cannot help it when I'm teaching the person on the Skype. I have no control over it. But in the classroom, I do not allow calculator. I want you to use your brain. Leave the bloody thing alone. Don't touch it. Save the battery for the rainy day. I want you to do it, learn it, use your brain. Don't reach for the calculator and say, why should I do it out 270 by 5 in my head when I can just read the calculator. It's very simple. Look, it's very simple. 270 divided by 10, 270 divided by 10, we know is 27. So instead of 10, if you're going to divide 270 by 5, it's going to be twice as much. What is twice of 27? Well, twice of 25 is 50, 27 is 2 more, so twice of 27 must be 54 because you got 27 and 27. Two extra 2's. So therefore it's 54. So that's one way to figure it out. This was the other way to figure it out. I'm going to do this again just in case if you're curious as to what I was doing here. I'm going to show you how to divide 270 by 5. 270 by 5. How many 5's in 2's? There are 0 5's in 2's. Because 2 doesn't have any 5's. So that 2 goes and joins this guy and it becomes 27. How many 5's in 2? So when I'm crossing out the 7, in fact what we're crossing out is 27. How many 5's in 27? What 27 has 5 5's? 5 5's makes 25. The remaining 2 goes from here and joins this guy and becomes 20. How many 5's in a 20? There are 4 5's in a 20. The answer is 54. That's it. That's all. I will see you tomorrow then, on day number 14, okay? In the meantime, if you wish to get a hold of me for personal private tutoring, face-to-face tutoring, you can go to GRE, you can go to any of these website addresses that you see there and send me an email, or you can go to kashwaniprep.com and you can send me an email from there. If you're preparing for GRE, GMAT, SAT, TOEFL, and if you're looking for a private tutor either face-to-face or over the internet via Skype. Alright? Thanks.